And now we're in pre-stream mode, which means we have to wait before I can press the button. You know, the button.
Huzzah!
Yeah. Why it always takes a minute before you can press the button, I don't know. I just want to have the ads as soon as possible so we can call it the day. But no!
Dat is nog 7 uur.
Is om 7?
And now we can do the ad break finally. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh dear. My cat has been banished to me. Yeah, you've been banished. You have been banished to me, cat. We're still at that break, so I can do something silly. The cat's been banished to me. Look at her.
Oh,
What happened?
So apparently something happened. Ah! Well, you okay?
Wait, who?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I joined Discord on my phone now. That works.
Ah, okay.
huzzah!
It solves the issue. So I'm ready to go.
What happened?
Cat was sleeping in the attic again. And that's a problem, you know, because cats are not allowed to go where they don't want to get. Apparently, not allowed to go down. I'm like, what do you want me to do about cats that don't want to sleep where they want to sleep? And Storm just opened the door wide open again. I know we're in pre-stream mode, but cat, you can't just. Okay. Door's closed.
Yay!
So, never a good intro, is there? Hello, everyone. I am Kotlol, the Church's Games. Trying to enjoy with DnD, which is Domestic Kotlol. I'm your Domestic Kotlol. Intros never goes, thanks, especially when cats do shenanigans like these.
Duh.
Anyway. No.
What?
She's head bumping the microphone. Anyway, this week, this day, this session, we're joined by our group of adventures. We're joined by Emberlyn.
Hello.
Berlin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alona.
Alona.
Yeah.
Technically Alona. We're joined by Nauseous.
Hello there.
Oh, Loki, a face appeared. We're joined by a Poppy.
Hi.
We're joined by a Lucas.
Hello.
Who's not in Roll20 for some reason.
Yes, I am.
Guess they rolled a 1.
I'm in roll 20.
He is in Roll20.
He
I
now
know you
appears
are.
to be. Yeah, no, he is. Probably a glitch.
I've been there for the whole time. My stealth roll must have been a nat 20.
Alrighty then.
Our perception check is not good. Oh, wrong show.
So, are you ready for recap?
Yeah.
Okay. Last time, the group still keeps on trading within the trading realm, which is supposed to be day 4, I believe. You know what? Most of you went to the library, some did some other things. Poppy, you found a book about a knight and a dragon queen. Alona was looking for a random fire book. And Aussies want to learn fireballs and cleric. And Lucas was like, I've been traumatized. So, you all learn little things. You learned about, most of you had to fight Erica to ask some things. Eventually, Ilona gets her fireproof hat. Doesn't give AC, but it's a fireproof hat.
Hmm.
Always handy.
Yeah.
You learn some bad things going on. And you also learn what the fairy did to the little deal you have. Peaky little fairy. So, you all decide to go do some more training. Poppy, you've successfully made some smoke bombs.
Yep.
Do some smoke bombs. Ozius, you were going to do some fireball training, which you learned that now works, but you also learned that it's linked to Emberlyn. That said,
You forgot the fact that I actually gave Lucas some leftover stuff from.
oh yeah, you got to mellow out. He got high. So
That was not on my bingo card, but okay.
So, Poppy, you were going to do some more research. Lucas was going to do some training, but that session already done. He took a deal with the fairy with some exchange of power of some sorts. Yes. Ozius wants to make healing better, and Alone and Erica, we're going to go to the forging chambers. Because you want to see if you can fix up the sword and such.
Now see if I can use the gold dragon skills.
Oh, yeah, the gold dragon skills. You wanted to make something with the golden dragon skills. Didn't fix the sword. Sorry, my bad. So, are we all ready to resume?
Yes.
Mhm.
So, Lucas, you had your little deal, and you would call it death for a bit. Unless you wanted to try out your powers real quick. Well,
Suddenly occurs to me I probably should have set up a character sheet for that. In hindsight.
yeah, you should have. You had a whole month.
Make us a minute at a time, sorry. Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Alrighty then. Ozius, you were going to do some sort of healing research. How are you going to tackle that?
Oh. To the library, I guess.
You're going to the library.
Yep.
Because you can't heal. So you head downstairs towards the familiar library with the double doors and head inside.
Right,
Boy,
I can't
is-
heal. I can't try it out either, so this is a waste of time.
Yeah, but your research.
Yeah, but I can't verify it. I'll just do some generic training just to see if I can gain a level or something. Because that's also really useful.
So you're not gonna go into a library.
No, that is something that's a bit foolish for me.
Maybe you could verify to have someone else use it. But who would cast that, huh?
You're not a cleric.
So you're just gonna do some generic training instead of doing healing research.
Yep.
No medicine, no some special medicines or anything.
Nah.
Okay.
Who needs a healer anyway?
All right. Okay, wise guy. So, what do you do instead then?
Just some generic training, hoping to gain a level or something.
Yeah, but you need to train something, anything. We have to tell what you want to train. It's like generic training. Yeah, 10,000 push-ups.
Fine, combat training.
You're gonna do some combat training.
Yep.
You're gonna go outside. You see Lucas at the ferry in the distance. So, you want to do some generic combat training. How are you going to do this combat training?
Well, there were the dummies, so I might as well try some fire-based spells on them.
Okay. So you materialize some dummies.
Might as well see how well these firebolts work.
So you're going to shoot some firebolts at some targets.
Yeah.
Okay, you may go ahead and roll an attack on the dummies.
What?
16 hits. Points of damage. You take aim at one of the dummies and fire at it. Easy shots. Not that hard.
Might as well hurl some more attacks against them.
Yep.
Where's my crazy fire-addicted friend when you need him?
They went downstairs.
Would be nice to, line up a shot, make it bend towards the other one. Oh well. Maybe someday. More attacks? To roll?
Yeah. Another attack.
Yep.
11 misses. You
Yeah,
tried to do a fancy over the shoulder shot, like, there's one behind me. Pew! But since you didn't look, you barely miss.
Oh. What a shame.
23 hits.
24 points of damage.
You make it a nice, crispy, spicy training dummy. Looks very scorched. A nice shot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is going to be neat. Hey, Lucas! Isn't this cool? Well, hot?
Oh, if the fairy also looks at you. Is he casting fire?
Whoa.
Well, I'd hope it's hot. It's a fireball.
Yeah, firebolts. Just shoot another one, I guess.
Yeah, that obviously hits. You're really getting into the groove of this.
Yep. I guess I'll attack. Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew. You keep firing, and if they keep hitting the target, you getting really good at this. It feels natural. It feels fine. Seems to work.
Feels clerical.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Alright, I don't have a spell slot to finish it off with a fireball.
Womp womp.
Womp. Yeah, I'll just continue doing some target practice.
So you're gonna continue doing some practice. Roll me one more time, then.
One more.
Hello.
13.
Hi.
That hits. The target dummies are set to just be target dummies.
Yes, hi.
Kitty.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We heard.
Yes.
She was on the floor too, so that should tell you how loud she is.
You kidding?
Okay.
I think I just worked out why I never got around to finishing that character sheet.
Oh.
Yeah. D&D Beyond and their wonderful character builder does not give me all the options that I have on my current sheet.
That sucks.
Did
Even
you
though it's
set
supposed
it?
to share it. It's supposed to share it off people in the camp. Someone at
Yeah,
the
but did
campaign.
you set it to the 2014 rule set or the 2025 one?
No, I'm looking at the 2014 rules.
They changed it again.
Yeah. So I doubt I could even rebuild the character I have. Never mind this one.
Wow. Hasbro. Gun. Foot. Ow. Foot.
I have a backup plan. Never mind. I'll work on it.
Oh, wait. You have to transfer your character into the campaign before you can use it.
I made an unassigned character in the campaign
Huh.
itself. I should have
Wow.
access. I don't.
Weird.
Hasbro or a sack of something.
Oh, yeah. Continent of the Three doesn't have.
Hmm.
Do we need to check the other side characters?
Doesn't list it for any.
Hasbro suck.
Hi.
So I see Lucas the Wizard.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I've only got access to Evocation as a school for a start.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See.
I've
But
got
I do see
PDF.
I do see it over here, like your character, and I see your current character.
Yeah, but content
I know.
sharing is not enabled in the campaign.
Oh, do we need to enable sharing?
Got a slot for it.
How do I set it to that?
Do you have a subscription to D&D Beyond?
Nope.
Then you can't.
Hasbro, you've got. It's fine. I've got a auto-filled PDF. I'll use that.
Whatever works.
Indeed.
Rubs my eyes in annoyance.
Thank you, Hasbro, for reserving these usefulness of our game. Oh, wait.
And
Told you, Kitty.
shitification.
And shitification. Lovely word.
I'm pretty sure that content sharing wasn't enabled on perception check, and that has been disabled. So
Uh-huh.
It was. Yeah. Stupid.
So anyway, you Aussies decide to take the rest of the time to just hone on your fire shooting skills. Your shots are mostly on target. You keep going and you keep training up as much as you can. You do feel a bit more accurate with your shots, but overall, you're not sure if you're making any good progress. That is yet to be seen. Is that all for your training?
yep.
Okay, next up, Poppy. What are you gonna research?
I think I was going to research Mindscape because I was to see if I can somehow lower the level cap down to need to cast it.
That's what you're gonna do, yeah. So you're gonna head back into the library.
Yep.
You're going back into the library. You stand before the pedestal. What do you do?
Okay. What was it? It was Mindscape. It was called, right?
Yeah, the Mindscape spell.
Okay. Cat! Jesus. Fluffy tail by face.
Yeah. I have a cat on my lap now.
Yeah. Okay, that was a big fluffy tail on my face. Anyway, I'm going to write down. I think it's probably a good idea to get the basics of how the spell works. To get to look up the basics of how Mindscape even works. To try see if I can get So,
Okay.
basic concept of Mindscape. Let's see what comes up.
You get a lot of results.
Okay. Okay. So how does Mindscape work?
You still get a lot of results, but it's a lot. There's a lot of research on it, at least from Erica's point of view.
Okay. Okay, let's see how this one goes. How to lower the cost of the Mindscape spell.
No results.
Well, okay. So it's either nothing or a whole lot of it. Okay. Okay.
Guess you just have to look up what a book about mindscapes.
Yeah. So examples of mindscapes. Let's see if that comes up with anything.
There are still many results. At least over 30 of them.
Okay. Can I check the list to see if there's anything that catches my eye? Like, see if anything stands out that might be useful.
There are many books that send out to you from basically the concept of mindscapes, the creation of mindscapes, to books describing more about the two titles that make you go, okay, that's a mindscape thing. Here's something about the mindscape. To fully grasp when you're looking for examples, you basically see one book that catches your eye.
Okay.
Manifesting your mindscape into reality.
Into reality. Oh, that might not be exactly what I'm looking for, but I'm intrigued. Okay, may as well go look that one up.
You go down into the hallway that leads towards your destination. You suddenly notice that the bookshelves start to widen. The path as it gets wider and wider and wider as you move on.
Okay, that's odd.
Until you keep walking, and you look around yourself. You're not standing around the bookshelves anymore. You're standing basically on a flooring. Then, in front of you, there is a single table with a book on it.
Did I just bloody step into a mindscape? No, goddammit, Jesus. Okay, well, apparently it wants me to read it, so I just go up to the table, take a seat, and I pick up the book.
You read the first pages, and it basically starts with how the basics of a mindscape work. Your experiences, your memories, core of your being can all be manifested in a singular spell as long as you're unconscious. But what if you want to recall things more vividly? Have your experiences at hand, being able to manifest it into a reality of some sort? You slowly start to think. So can it even be possible to make something from the mind come to reality? Well, that is what magic is technically, right? What you have in your mind, you can make real, and there's a lot of power spells that can make really big, real things. Can you roll me an insight?
Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
18. You're starting to think. Why would Erica have this knowledge? Well, she's a genie, but so it probably makes sense that she would, have ways to make dreams or things from a mindscape into reality. It makes sense at first. But you start to think about it more and more. Why would it exactly be this book about mindscapes itself be here? Surely she should already know how to make things into reality as a genie. It doesn't add up to the thing. So you turn the page. You start reading it more and more. Can you roll me an Arcana check?
Oh god. Oh god damn it!
What do you mean? Oh god damn it. It's a 19.
It showed up as a 1 on my screen. What the hell?
Yeah, it's showed us a 19 here. We all see the 19, right?
I saw a 6.
Okay, weird. The dice stopped and it was a 1. I'm like, huh?
I'm gonna go with what I'm seeing here then, if you don't mind.
Go for it. I'm not gonna complain.
What the fuck is going on with D&D Beyond today? Okay. As you read the pages, you start to understand what this is about. There's indeed ways to make mindscapes reality. The thing is, that would take a lot of magical power. And of course, someone like who can cast Wish nilly-willy should have enough power to do so. So, there is something beyond your mortal capabilities. But what's the most interesting fact is, as you read this book, you read that a mindscape can only stay a mindscape as long as the caster is able to keep the mindscape up. So to have a mindscape turn into reality, you would always need an arbiter of some sort.
Okay.
Could you roll your perception?
Okay. I'm just gonna go off of what the Roll20 says, and not what it says here because I don't trust it now anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what I see best. 12. You get a sense. You get a sense of something. You're not aware. You are aware of something is here right now. In this room with you.
Oh crap. So, can I tell where it is, or do I need to do like?
No, you cannot tell what it is from what you rolled.
Actually, hold on a second. I should have. Which I should be able to cast whenever.
I can already laugh, but I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Do I sense anything using detect magic?
What does my face tell you?
Probably not.
Regret. Would I like?
Oh,
Osseous,
there's a lot of magic around you.
you're in a magical realm. What do you think happens if you detect magic? Can detect magic here?
Ah, crap.
They're like something magic. Something's nearby. I should cast detect magic. You're in a magical realm. You're getting your flashbacks. Yeah, you're basically overwhelmed at this point.
Oh,
And that instantly breaks your concentration of it. That's too much magic to detect at once.
Ow! Okay, never do that again. Ow, that hurts. Ah.
Yep. That's always the funny thing with detect magic. It's not as useful as you think it is.
It is
Not in
useful
that
in the
situation.
material realm where there's not a lot of magical things, but in a magical realm, it's basically it's like detect magic. There's magic everywhere. You can't distinguish anything from anything. It's like you blind yourself. It's basically blinding yourself.
Basically a flash
Detect
ball.
magic, yes.
Yeah. It's like saying look at light and you decide to look directly into the sun. You don't do that.
No.
Well,
My eyes.
Okay, I'm just gonna
So,
try looking.
so yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna look around carefully and try to see if I can figure out what is going on, and who is there with me.
You look around the place. All you see is an endless stretching floor around you, the table and the book. But you still sense it a bit. And then you start to look around, then you start to think, what is currently giving you light?
Speaking of light, I look up.
You look up, you see a ceiling. It just looks like the same ceiling of the library as always, but there's no source of light. How are you able to see everything right now? In fact, if there's no light, why are shadows being cast?
Okay, what the? Oh god, this is like trippy.
Yeah, when you start to think about how this magical realm works more, it starts to get really trippy.
Oh god.
Especially this library, but it makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah, it kind of does make sense in a way that it doesn't make sense, but
Especially,
Okay,
why are you casting a shadow that looks like it's coming from an angle?
okay. I turn around so my shadow is directly behind me, and look up.
It's just the ceiling again.
Okay, what the hell is going on here?
Do you turn around again?
Sure.
You're now face to face with your own shadow.
That was like legit my reaction when it happened.
You're staring at your own shadow. Stares back at
Not
you.
again.
Okay then. Does it move when I move, or is it just?
No, when you move, it doesn't move. It just stares at you.
Oh, oh crap. I am in trouble, aren't I?
You don't know that yet.
Hi?
It holds up his hands and waves.
Okay. I wave back, like, hi, what are you doing here? At least like this? Because I don't think you're supposed to be standing there.
You do get a response back into your mind. Manifestation of a physical form.
Okay, why though? Is this interesting, but why?
The shadow moves his finger towards the book and points towards the word arbiter.
Okay, so... Okay, this is, I think my head just, is melting. Okay. You are an arbiter?
Of this place. And already goes like, that motherfucker!
Son of a bitch! Okay, is there a reason you look like my shadow, or was that just easy?
Simple. That's the saying. The response is simple.
Okay. So, was there something you wanted from me, or are you just glad that there's company?
It just stares at you, waiting for you to find the answer yourself.
God, I hate when they do that.
Passive insight tells you you're trying to get you to figure it out yourself.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh God, I hate when they do that. Ah. Okay, can you at least tell me if I need to keep reading, or do I have to give an answer now?
Find out. That is your fate.
Wait, what? Find out what? What am I supposed to find out?
You feel forced to blink, and when your eyes open, the shadow is back to where it's supposed to be, under your feet.
What the hell? That was not fair. You didn't even get to choose an answer. Dang it. Okay, now I just go back to the book and I start stress reading. Because I'm annoyed.
You start reading every little detail about the book.
Yeah.
You start trying to understand it. Could you roll me a quick Arcana check?
Arcana.
16. The book describes vividly how to make tiny memories from your own mindscape into objects you can review. Some would use... First, it was done via scrying. Crystal balls, then you trap those visions into those balls so you can always review those. And it became written, then slowly and surely it became written word. Books. More and more books. To eventually a place that could last as long as the person is alive. An ever-reaching library. And in its center, a being most powerful bound as its arbiter, always scanning the mindscape of the owner of the library. And who else than someone who can look through the threads of fate, could see all the experiences and then write them down in books. Than some being that is only entwined with fate itself. A being of fate, a creature of fate. You
I put
finish
the
and
book
figure out
down.
that the whole library is literally a mindscape
Yeah.
made into reality, into a magical realm.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I just put the book down and I look around and like, God dang it! Smack myself in the forehead. I'm like, should have done that.
And the reason why this book is here by itself, that kind of insight actually makes sense now. That was literally the arbiter itself trying to get you into a realm where it could appear and tell you and get you this realization flatly.
Okay.
It didn't need to do this, but it did it anyway.
Oh boy. So that was probably Erica's arbiter. Like, okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a word with Erica later. God damn it.
That's yes, Lucas. That's the same guy that made you from Raj into Lucas.
Yeah, I figured. Still an asshole.
I understood one of the names.
Exactly. So you do understand that, yes, you could literally take something out of a mindscape, make it into reality. This book does tell you how, and it does need to be maintained in some way. But when you try to read the full book and try to understand everything, at this point you understand that even Erica doesn't know how, let's say, if something in your subconscious, a creature or person or being is there, and it was not manifested into reality before, when you manifest it, how it would fully manifest into reality can have a lot of outcomes. And it's kind of up in the air on the person's mindscape what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky.
So what Erica's already did here is all very impressive. Even though she's a divine being and can wish for things, it is still very intense here. You do understand that you could technically do it as well, but instead the results are very dramatic. Like, if you, let's say, bring out someone with multiple personality disorder, what would happen if you try to pull that personality out of someone's mindscape and manifest as its own being into reality? What do you think could happen?
That would be very problematic, I
Interesting.
think.
Yeah, that answer's a no, but Erica from thought and experience said pretty much this. It can end up in the being manifested as a sudden twin and always existed as a twin. And how that twin manifests can be disastrous if done incorrectly.
Oh boy.
And now you get... Let's just say this. If you make something for the mindscape into reality, it needs to abide to reality to a degree.
Of course, that makes
And then-
sense. It needs to obey the laws of physics of the world it comes into.
Yeah. And that has drastic effects. In gameplay 10, you have to roll something... We're talking about my wild magic type of affairs outcomes here.
Great!
So yes, you could bring your childhood best friend that you made up into reality, but They could turn out to become the god of the world on accident.
Okay, that's
I see no
random.
downside.
But yeah,
Okay.
so there is, so yeah, it can be very, 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 very interesting. Because
And
basically
very
at this point
dangerous.
because essentially you're taking something fully non-existent from a subconscious standard into reality, which, you know, there's a quick disconnect.
Mhm.
Because a mindscape is already dangerous in and of itself, so pulling something out of a mindscape that's supposed to be part of a mindscape permanently will have consequences.
Obviously. Jeez.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a chat with Eric about this later.
Yeah, you're dealing with magic, so you don't know.
Okay, is there anything else that's interesting in this book, or is it just a lot of, like, speculation?
It does tell you that depending on what you're doing and everything, it is the easiest possibility is the fact that if you do want to do this, whatever you're taking from the mindscape needs to have a physical equal in the material plane. So essentially, if this is why the library can exist like this, because they're books. So you need the equivalent of a book that can hold the experience in written word, for example.
Uh-huh.
So if you let's say a
Okay.
person bring, you need to have the physical equivalent of a person ready in the physical plane and put it into that. If you don't, that's going to be more consequences because it needs to bind to something. So the more of the materials you have, so even if you have an abundance, the higher the success.
Makes sense. Okay.
And if it's not enough, there's going to be more dire consequences.
Great. Okay. Okay, so there's basically not much else in the book that I can use, I'm pretty sure, right?
Well, you do understand that you understand a bit more about mindscapes. That the fact that you basically link someone's mind to the material plane, and to have material things interact with the mindscape means the mindscape is a magical manifestation that takes a physical form of the person's inner mind. Therefore, you do understand that the mindscape spell, while magical in nature and only temporarily, is a very powerful nature spell, and yeah, we're talking about a lot of mindfucky magics here.
Yogotaro level
Yeah.
mindfuckery.
Yeah.
if you really wanted to. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Also, you also understand this would technically mean if someone gets trapped in a mindscape, be part of someone's mindscape permanently. This method might be the way to reverse it, but that person will not be one and the same as the person that went into the mindscape and got stuck.
Uh-huh. Okay, gonna have to think about that one.
Yeah.
Well, for now, I think I've mostly learned what I could from the book, so I'm just gonna try and find my way out of here if it's possible, if I know where I came from.
You close the book, turn around and take one step, and you blink and you're back in the lobby area.
Oh, okay. Turn around and pretty sure the table's not there anymore.
No, it's just another corridor now with
Of course.
bookcases.
Of course it fucking is. Okay. Okay, guess I gotta find Erica, because... Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. You are taking Erica to to take you to the forging chambers.
Yep.
to lead you down into the hallway and then take the door to the left from the library. You enter the building, you enter it. And as you enter this place, you're in a large white golden room with 4 pillars around the door that you just entered. And then you see in front of you a large set of pipes. Golden pipes coming from the ceiling, going into the ground. To your left, you see a workbench with all kinds of tools, meant for almost anything. To the right, you see a basin of some sort. A golden basin with golden-like liquid in there. That's odd. There doesn't seem to be any there's no forge. Just these pipes and everything.
So I look at Erica. How does this exactly work? It doesn't really look like a forge.
That's because the forge is turned off right now.
Right. How are we supposed to turn it on?
Why? How else do you turn a forge on?
With fire?
Exactly. So where do you think the ignition point is?
Well, is it the golden weird liquid over there?
No, that is the place to cool things off.
That makes sense, actually. I'll look around a bit more to see if I notice anything.
You notice the flooring in front of the pipes has grates on it.
I walk towards it, look into the grate.
You peer down into the grates. Keep looking. All you see down there are different colors flowing under it. Colors flowing? What? You don't really make heads and tails of it.
Well, that's pretty and strange. Am I supposed to ignite that?
Think about it. I don't just forge metals here.
What do you forge?
It depends. It depends. It's not just a place to forge metals. That is the simple output. You can forge a lot here. You know enough about me. What else can I forge here? Would you like an insight or arcana check?
Inside makes more sense.
Yeah. Roll me an insight then.
Oh, I did. Did it
It
go
does.
through?
It didn't show up. Oh, now it shows up. 11. You try to understand Erica's words. What else can you forge than metals? I guess you can forge a path? That doesn't make sense. How do you forge a path in here? You're not fully sure, but you do have the sense that there is more to this place than just making metals.
Did you forge your trinket? And I point at her golden trinket. Did you forge them here?
Time moves differently now. Yes, they were forged here.
All right, so I hold up the golden dragon skills. What can I do with these? What would you do with these?
She looks at these golden scales, moving her hand gently over it. A young dragon scales. It has good potential, but it's unrefined. It still can grow. There are many things you can forge out of it. You can forge actual golden coins out of it. That would be a waste.
It would be.
You could forge maybe some sort of armor, a weapon. But I don't think those are the things you're after. No.
Well, if I would forge it into any kind of weapon, I don't know if it's possible, but I would try to merge it with the sapphire staff. Do you know if that's even done before?
That would be reforging a magical artifact into a different magical artifact. But you do remember, this staff has a will of its own.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to change it. I would just want to add to it because I don't think it would really like being changed.
Then imagine yourself this. How would you add something to a person that doesn't want to change?
By force, I suspect, but yeah, the staff wouldn't like that. Let's not even try to go there. Can I create a trinket like you have, basically?
That requires magical infusion of some sort. The trinkets I wear have been infused by my divinity, by my patron, which is myself. They are gifts I forged in here.
I mean, what would you want in return for helping me create such a trinket?
She laughs. I fear you've forgotten one little detail on that. I am currently mortal. I am my own patron. But it means that I cannot request my patron to give me more power. That is something I cannot do. Therefore, I cannot give the same to you.
I mean, I could ask the Afridi to see if he has anything I can help with.
You're willing to risk that? Either way, it depends on what kind of trinket you wish to make. If you wish to make something of what I can do, that is beyond my limit at the moment. And therefore, it's also beyond your limit.
So what can I actually do with it then? No magical infusion then?
You're still able to do some magical infusion. You just have to be creative with it. Think about it.
I mean, armor would be nice to get some defense. But I mean, after all, I'm looking for power. usually. So I'm just gonna try to get the trinket that gives me most power in whatever form. Maybe a charm or a ring.
So you wish to make a magical artifact of some sort. And
Yes.
how will you do such a thing? That
I
is the
can.
process I cannot help with.
Well, you can help me use this forge you have here. I'll look around.
You look around and well, you already see the place.
Mhm.
Is there anything you wish to know about this place? You can still look around, try to understand something.
Are there any like molds to create anything
No
like for
molds.
trinket or charm or
No,
anything?
there's no pre-made molds.
Oh. Yeah. Mm. I'm looking at Erica. I'm gonna need your help with this to show me how it works. I have no idea. I'm not used to forges.
Have you tried igniting the forge first?
I did ask you where I was supposed to do that.
And you have yet to figure it out?
Well, the grate over there with near the pipes.
Does it seem logical to you?
Am I supposed to burn the colory stuff?
And normally you would not hesitate to cast fire into some things.
Yeah. Emerald taking over changed me, I guess. Oh well. Okay. I'm just gonna cast a fire bolt into the grate.
You cast a firebolt down the grate,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hear a rumbling. You feel the ground shake a little. And then the left grate ignites into flame. A red flame. Then the next grate ignites into into an orange flame. Yellow flame. Then the next yellow flame. Until all the flames are lit in the colors of the rainbow. And then two more flames are lit on the two opposite ends. A black flame and a white flame. From what you can tell,
Oh,
all these colorful flames also represent an element of spells.
all this fire. This is probably the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
As I said before, there's more things to forge here. And to forge things completely in a specific way, you need to have the right ways to melt things. Not everything melts with fire, and some elements do not respond to fire at all. What if
That
you
makes
want to
sense.
reforge fire into a different fire? She points to the forge. That is what the forge is truly for.
How can how can someone forge fire into a different fire? That sounds definitely interesting.
You're staring at different colored fires right now.
Could I change my fire attacks into a different fire?
In essence, yes.
That would be interesting.
But would it at that point be fire? Still be fire? Would it be something else?
Another element.
Well, that is
I
the
mean-
interesting thing about elements. You get burned by fire, and yet its extreme opposite, extreme ice, also burns you. They are different, yet have the same effect. And thus,
Hmm.
you get different results. Are you starting to see
I
what this place
can.
is? This is just a place of forging metals and trinkets. It's also a place to forge magic.
Then I guess this is the perfect place to forge whatever I can with these golden skills. But how does this actually work? Don't I need a mold or something or tools? Where are they?
Come now. Do I look like a blacksmith? Do I look like someone who would understand every final little detail about blacksmithing? No. This is my forge. Therefore, it works on the things that I believe are necessary. You points to the word bench. There are tools there. And you can do some. There are. But there's like your typical hammer and everything. There's also some tools you don't fully recognize. But then you think about the mold, and then you look at the basin with golden liquid in it, and then it starts to ponder on you. There's no molds because there's no need for molds. What do you think what do you think the golden liquid is for?
I thought it was to cool down after heating it. Or does it also mold it into a shape at the same time?
You're in a golden realm where most of the things she makes is made of as gold to it, and you see a golden liquid path in a forging place. Yes, that's the mold as well.
That's
Of
pretty
course,
cool.
she would cheat the system that way.
I look at Erica. So can I choose the shape, or does the golden liquid do that for me?
You have to will the shape in the basin.
All right. Is there any tool that I can, which I can hold the skills into one of the fires?
She grabs a pair of golden pliers and hands it to you.
Tongs. Pretty
Tongs.
sure.
Tongs.
Pliers are
Um,
just is a work tool. That's not.
Okay, tongs, whatever.
I take the thongs. So, which flame am I supposed to use?
What do you mean? What flavor are you supposed to use?
Which color, I guess.
And why are you asking me? I'm not
It's
forging
your
anything, am I?
forge.
It is my
It's
forge.
your forge.
But I'm not
You're supposed to know
forging
how
the
this works, right?
inside check for you. You can you can deep back talking her. We can also just inside check her. The reason she's asking you why you're asking her the flames is because it takes you a moment to realize she knows how the forge works 100%. But the reason why she's confused why you're asking her is because you're forging this in her forge. She knows how the forge works. So you're asking which color of flame you want to put it in. That has nothing to do with knowing what helps make the skills be able to take a shape. It has to do with what you want it to what you want it to do. And you're just gonna heat these skills in any flame, and what is the result? The flames are not just the process of making it ready to be shaped. It's also what kind of infusion you're putting on it?
How do I put an infusion on it? Can I imbue it with my own powers?
You're gonna have to think about that. How you're gonna do that? Erica's to purposely
do I?
is not purposely telling you it, but you do know that you're gonna have to first figure out how you're gonna do this before you're gonna even to try to think about putting one of the skills in the flames. And Erica knows that. Also, you never told her what exactly the trinket you wanted to do. You said some more power and everything, but you're being vague, and you're being vague to yourself, but also to her. Therefore, she has to be vague back.
True.
And you
I guess power in terms of damage, I suppose. It's always good. I mean, as in terms of fuel, I have my own magic. So I can try to add my own fire to the flame I'm gonna put it in, I suppose. Or I can try that.
You're starting to understand this little forging thing of magic. Remember, being vague with magic has catastrophic results. Think about what exactly you wish to shape. When casting a fireball, you know what you want it to be. But when you're just trying to change these skills into a simple trinket that has more power, what does that mean? You're gonna put it into a flame, and then what? You're gonna ask that flame for more power? Then you put it in the base, then you're gonna ask it for more power? What would more power entail?
Well, more power for my fireball, I guess. That's the one I use the most. I like that spell. I mean, I could just cast all the fireballs I have, including Phoenix fireballs, into the flame to try to create either a charm or a ring to increase my spell power.
There is one more other outcome. Let me just say this. You may say you want to have a ring that would contain all these spells as power in one trinket as an outcome for more power. But a fireball spell is already set in stone. The shape might be different.
So I could create a new spell with it, you say?
That is
Or
for your
trying to
creativity
adjust the
to
old
figure.
one?
That is for your own creativity to figure out. There is so much possibility here.
I mean, I sometimes do not like the area that a fireball encompasses, but I do like this power of it. So if I could create a new spell in any way, I would want a spell that can do single target, but as much damage as a fireball.
Put the skill down.
That would be nice.
Put the skill down for now.
Okay.
Steps closer to the flames. Come closer.
I do.
Now, create a fireball.
I create a fireball.
What do you wish for it to do?
Become smaller and more dense, I guess.
She grabs your hand and pushes it into the red flame. It doesn't burn. Doesn't hurt you.
Okay.
And focus. Focus on that possibility. Wait,
Okay, so
after-
I try to focus on a really small but really intense fireball, which is really powerful.
Okay. She pulls your hand out, and instead of holding a large flaming fireball, you're holding a small white flaming orb. Basically the size of a pebble.
Is it hot or anything or not? I'm just holding it.
You're just holding it. You don't feel anything from it.
Do I recognize what it is?
You have no clue what you're holding right now.
That's pretty
It
cool
seems
though.
unfinished. That's the only thing you know. It seems unfinished.
I look at Erica. So am I supposed to merge this with the skills? Or should I add more to it than the other fires?
What does your heart tell you?
I think this is exactly what I need. I mean, my intentions were clear, and I think it translated.
So, do you think this is ready?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to change it actually, so I guess it is. But what am I supposed to do with it?
Well, right now, it's unrefined. You've just simply processed it. What is the next step?
Imbue the skills with it?
You're thinking too material. Think again.
Charge it more?
She shakes her head. It is much simpler as that. I know you know the answer. Focus. What is the next step?
Throw it into the liquid.
Exactly. It's
Oh.
unrefined. It's still heated. It is still in the process of being made. It needs to be cooled and molded.
All right, let's take it to the liquid. And I take the scales with me as well.
Okay.
Okay, well, I just put it in liquid, I guess. See
You
what
dunk your
happens.
hand into the liquid. And you see bubbles coming from the golden liquid where the flame is, where you put the little white ball into. It bubbles a bit. And then you sense something in your hand. Extreme heat. A lot of heat. Do you pull out?
Does it hurt?
No. I mean, it's just very, very hot. But just like a fireball, it doesn't hurt you. It just feels very, very hot.
I just keep my hand in. Why not?
As you keep your hand in, the heat increases a bit more. Then dims. You don't feel anything in your hand.
Okay. So now I pull it out to see if there's anything left in my hand.
In your hand now is a white diamond. And inside of it, a small white flame burning inside it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That looks really pretty. And it shows to Erica.
What you've just done is a magical infusion into a magical gem. You've molded your concept into a gemstone, infused with magics. That is what you just did. If you would have ended it early, you would have molded a new spell. But instead, you took the concept of the spell you were just forging and sealed it into a gemstone.
And should I add this gemstone to a trinket then? Would that work?
Of course, it would work. But how it would work, that is depending on how you're going to forge the next steps. As I said, this is not a place of just forging metals. I cannot teach you this directly. This is something for you to figure out as well. I only know
Well,
what
my
kind of
spells
limits.
usually generate from my hand, so I would make a ring with a gem out of it, I guess. Or a bracelet if I have enough gold.
And that's what you're going to
Or an
have.
arm cuff.
Well, think about it. Think about what you can do in this forge. Think about the possibilities. As I said, this place is that of creation and imagination. At the moment, you have taken a fireball, forged its power of whiteness into a singular, smaller aspect, and then have it be crystallized into a gem. What do you think the gemstone would do? Roll me Arcana!
Okay.
What you essentially just did isn't a spell that is a thing that's gonna charge your spells. You've literally just made a fireball spell, put it inside a gemstone, and if you're gonna put this in a ring or anything, it just allows you to cast that once with a charge. You're basically making a simple ring of fireball kind of thing with a single charge on it. Not very useful, but it does make you think about what you're trying to do here.
Wait, so Erica, did you say I was supposed, if I took it out earlier, it would have created a spell?
Indeed.
So I should have done that then. I should just repeat the process.
And now you are thinking about the process. This is the most important thing. If you only think about the outcome, then you wouldn't know how to make it. But instead, think about every little step, what you want to do. Focusing on an outcome is what most spells do, but to understand every spell, you have to understand every step about the process. Even a simple firebolt doesn't stop with just saying, I want to shoot thing. That is the outcome you want, but it's the outcome you focus on. You focus first on making the fire appear, then make it coming out of your fingers, and then hitting your target. and then it burns your target, which is the outcome you desire. The outcome is not the focus. The outcome will happen naturally. Think about the process.
That makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna use every fire here, and I guess I'm gonna go to the, was it the black first? Black fire was the beginning, right?
Yeah, the black fire is on the most left.
I'm gonna try to put my hand in and focus on focusing, the first step of the process.
What are you focusing on?
No,
You should
just focusing on focus. So use all the steps of firing a fireball, and then see if I can forge something from the fire for every step. Does that make sense? Or am I? Is it
So
too
you're
much
holding
process?
it into the black fire. Your hand in the black fire. And you're focusing on the point of trying to create a fireball.
Oh yeah, I'm holding a fireball into the black fire.
Yeah, I'm checking. I'm checking because if there's no fireball there, that's gonna have drastic different effects, of course.
Yes, that makes sense.
So you first
Fireball, yes.
you first make a fireball appear. You put your hand in the flame, and then you focus that. And then you pull your hand out. Inside your hand is no longer a fireball, but a black heavy sphere.
All right, off to the liquid with it.
Okay, you gotta bring it to the liquid. You put it in.
Mm-hmm.
The liquid starts to bubble. You feel a little bit of heat coming free, but then you feel it retract. Do you pull your hand out?
Now I keep it in now.
You keep it in?
I'm gonna create a lot of gems first, maybe. I try to merge those. If that makes sense or not.
So you're gonna stay longer. Eventually, you don't feel anything into the mold anymore. You pull your hand out. Do you pull your hand out now?
Yeah.
Inside, you find a stone, a piece of obsidian. When you try to feel it out, it feels like nothing. You don't know what the outcome is. Would you like to do an Arcana check?
Yes.
When you examine the stone, the little piece of obsidian, you look at this little stone and you think by yourself, there's no heat coming from it. Is this still with fireball? You start to wonder, what does the black flame entail? What does it do? It absorbs the heat somehow. It absorbs heat. It absorbed the heat of a fireball because you wanted it to be a fireball that is focused. And with the element you infused with it, it negated it.
I'm gonna try out all the fires, all the colors.
You want to try all the gemstones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, could you just roll me 2 Arcana checks real quick so to speed it up?
Yep.
Oh. Ooh, that's not really good.
I know.
Okay, so I'll tell you the ones that you will figure out on your own. Red is obviously fire. Black is necrotic. And necrotic is death. And death has no heat. That's why the flame went out and got absorbed.
Hmm.
So those two are obvious. The white flame is celestial, but you know that because of the fact that you know about celestial stuff. Well, it's radiant, not celestial, radiant. White is radiant.
Mhm.
And the only one you also figure out is that the blue one is lightning. You thought it would be something like water, but it became lightning instead.
Yeah, I would have suspected that.
The other colors you're unsure about. You can guess,
So,
but
as
you're unsure.
for the first flame, did I just use the red one or the yellow one?
The very first one, when it became white, that was the red one.
That was the red one. That makes sense.
They don't all. Not every gem corresponded to the color you put it in. So the black one did become black, but the blue one was lightning that became more yellowish. And some gemstones also got different colors as outcomes that you don't understand why they became outcome. Because for the purple one, you got a green stone for some reason. From the there's every color of the rainbow. But you get it. You didn't always get the same result that you thought you would get. So not all of them corresponded to the correct color of outcome.
Okay.
And in fact, you don't even know what half those gemstones will do or cast at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense. But just one-off spells like the fireball before, right?
Yeah, but you're also you can no longer cast Fireball. You have expended your spell slots.
I know. So I'll look at Erica. What would happen? Can the golden liquid merge all the power in these stones with a trinket? Or should I come back tomorrow and find out more?
What do you think would happen if you try to put all these gemstones in one trinket, knowing that they all contain a spell of some sort?
They would explode.
Explode, implode.
That makes
Either
sense.
way, it would probably cause devastation upon its user.
Well, even these one-off spells might come in handy sometime.
Even
I don't
so,
have any.
you are simply playing with fire, to be honest.
That's what I like to do.
You've at least learned how the forge works now, but I do recommend thinking about the creative process. That is where the key lies.
I'm gonna do that, but I don't have any magic left for today, so I'm gonna go back and find out tomorrow.
You may go ahead. And Erica leaves the room. I guess you leave with her.
I do, and I thank her for
Yeah.
bringing me there.
Okay. With that said, you all reconvene into the living room during the evening. Oop, I don't want to make you wide. Sorry, the tokens are being weird. So, you all reconvene for some dinner at in here, in the living room. Anyway, you've all learned a little bit. You've all done a little bit. You've all trained a little bit. You've had some exchange of power. What do you do? What do you discuss during dinner? This is the moment you guys can talk and such.
Hey, Erica.
Yes, with the one.
Your arbiter is really weird.
He has his ways.
Who now?
Who's the arbiter?
The arbiter is the one who keeps the library intact.
Huh? The
Essentially,
library's just a thing.
the library is both alive and not at the same time. It has an arbiter who records the experiences for me into the books. They manage it, they create the books, they manifest the books.
Yeah, okay, but I can do without him yapping on about fate and stuff. It was just annoying.
So what did he tell you? That arbiter?
Well, I was trying to figure out how to make like a mindscape, so like make it like that I can use it with a lower level spell slot. But it just kind of got really weird at the end. Just ugh.
The Mindscape spell is quite a fascinating spell, but also quite a difficult spell. There's many applications for there are many applications for it, that is for sure. Makes me wonder which book you were looking over.
Making mindscapes reality? You know, the one on the single table in the big room that has no light in it?
Huh?
Oh. The process of making such a place. Yes. You see her think for a moment. I see they prefer to make an impact on that. Yes, yes. I guess for that one moment they wanted to enlighten you in your pursuit of knowledge. Fate is a strange thing, and those who manage fate sometimes can't resist to put in a little trick.
I noticed.
Some call it destiny, others call it prophecy. I call it what it truly is, a trick of fate. How you interpret what he tried to show you, that is for you to decide. Is it a prophecy? Is it something that will happen regardless? Is it something you can avoid? Or is it just a warning? You don't know. You interpret that.
Ooh, lovely.
The fairy goes, well, I find fate a whole lot of... How would it... Beaver dams? And Eric goes like, beaver dams? Yeah, because they stop the flow, they stop the fun, and... Oh, you mean... You like to keep control of your fate. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, I like to create my own fate. As is what the Fae do. You see Vera cannot even try to answer any further. The Vera goes like, so your library is no use to me, and that guy can go and sit in a corner and rub some twigs together to make a fire. Erica's like, so the equivalent of go fuck yourself.
Language?
I may be dignified, but I can also interpret rude gestures as rudely as possible. So, anything you want to ask Erica, or ask each other, or to talk of what you learned or what you're doing?
Erica?
Share. Oh, okay. Poppy again, Erica.
Could you teach me how to use a mindscape? Or at least how to start with it? I don't think I'll be able to use it at this point, but I want to know how to use it when I'm strong enough for it.
Oh, of course. Oh, of course. That is not a hard thing. We do need a subject of some sort. Any volunteers?
Is it dangerous?
For a simple casting, not so much.
Okay,
But
fine.
if we entered such mindscapes, yes, that would be dangerous.
What's the worst that can happen?
Famous last words.
All right then. We shall assume that in the morning.
Okay.
Is there anyone else that wishes to ask anything of me? I do notice that all of you seem to have discovered things that you might have to ask me more, so I would ask in advance. Hey, AC the Fairy goes, oh no, I'm fine. I am so fine right now.
Good.
Anyone else?
Yeah,
No?
ask yourself about the Porsche.
I can't think of anything I need to ask you at this point in time.
All right. Our time is going to be running short soon. There's only a few more days remaining. Use it wisely. So, anything else you guys wish to discuss or do or whatever?
I already discussed 2 things already, so I'm good.
I'm checking with the others. Before we do. So you all decide to have a nice hearty breakfast. I mean dinner. You've discussed your things, and I think all of you want to take a long rest, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, all of you long rest. Now, some of you might have already noticed you have not gained any levels in between training days yet.
That was what I was working on.
So, the next morning, can you all roll initiative? You're not gonna get into combat. This is more like when you wake up.
Okay.
I'm on to this one.
What?
So, we have okay. Pape, you're up first.
Oh god.
You find yourself waking up early, and as you exit the room, at the same time exiting, you see the Silver Fairy also come out, walk out, rubbing her eyes, going, "Ah." You do notice that her wings are folded down and she's not using them to fly, she's just walking. Which is unusual because she was flying in here for a bit, but then also she was walking in the real world, so you're not really sure.
Are you okay?
Slept good.
Not
It's
good
early.
enough, I guess.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have some dinner. And she starts walking downstairs and for
Dinner?
passing aside, dinner, breakfast, whatever, food. She seems a little bit fatigued, but you do notice that she's just walking downstairs, and the more you look at it, the more your passing aside tells you she's supposed to be flying now, isn't she? Something is different. You don't know what.
Okay.
Mix.
Would you like to throw full insight?
Yeah, definitely, because something's not right here. I
Now we're going to do something fun.
feel like I have a suspicion of what's going on here, but
When you try to understand what she's doing, she looks at you with a little grin and then disappears around the corner. When you try to figure out, you feel like she's keeping something from you. You can't think about what, but her walking was already odd, and you felt like she purposely just deceived you a moment ago.
Okay.
That's all you know.
okay. I hurry after her to the kitchen to get some breakfast, because what the hell?
Yeah. Erica's already smoking her water pipe on the couch. Her elaborate water pipe that's coming out of the ground. So you see the fairy also head into the kitchen, snickering, and she's quite agile on her feet. And Erica looking at her goes like, that is unusual.
Right? I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed.
Seems she's been doing more of her fairy trickery, it seems.
Is that a bad thing?
I would say no. I believe she's just being playful at this moment. I also do not think she's the type of fairy to cause full-on harm towards us. More like trying to have fun in her own way.
I don't know if I like where this is going.
How so? I have deceived you as well once before.
Yeah, okay, but that's not that bad.
It is what it is. The Fae are just playful tricksters who enjoy their activities. And when it's about having fun with the mortal ones, they like to indulge too much. Yes, it may cause dismay, and some fairies and other Fae types might be dangerous. But you have to remember that she works with the Total's divinity. And that means in her own playful way she is helping. Despite anything. It's like a child that learned a new trick that would help everyone. But that trick, well, it's their little trick. Either way, it seems that the Total has yet to awaken. Just prepare some breakfast.
Okay.
She goes to the kitchen to get breakfast.
Lucas, you're up next. You woke up a little bit. You just woke up. You're now exiting the room.
Fair enough.
So you head downstairs and eventually into the living room.
Yep.
There's Erica sitting. You see that Poppy and Fairy are in the kitchen making some food.
Morning.
Good morning. Well rested?
Well enough.
Are the others awake yet?
I haven't seen anyone else yet.
Give it time. It doesn't take long for the others to awaken. And of course, at that point, Emberlina wakes up. I mean, Lona, you wake up. You head downstairs.
Time for breakfast.
The kitchen awaits for that. Next up. And of course, everyone always starts making breakfast and everything. And eventually, Ozzius wakes up and does head downstairs towards the living room as well. Everyone's already having breakfast.
What's for breakfast?
Well, what is for breakfast? That's for
Oh.
you. That's for you guys to say.
Well, what do you want to eat, Ozzius?
Tuna.
All right. Tuna. That's specific.
Very tasty.
I'll join you on that, actually.
So you're just gonna make some tuna, not a tuna sandwich, not a tuna stew,
Tuna.
just tuna.
Yes.
You head into the kitchen, go into the pantry, and get tuna. And then you have some tuna, and you put it on the counter, and there's some tuna. What will you do with the tuna?
Eat it.
Ozzy's is going to eat it.
I'm just gonna eat the tuna raw.
Yes, at all.
Reminds me of home.
Alona, you
that
see your
doesn't
turtle
eat it.
friend looking at the tuna and then start eating the tuna
Oh,
raw.
that's
And
one way to eat it. I'm gonna cast a firebolt and burn the tuna first. Period, basically.
you want to cast a firebolt to cook the tuna.
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Roll me the attack.
Oh god. I was able to hold the fire in my hand before, but
Yeah,
Yeah, but I have my reasons.
that's not what you said.
You said
that's
that's not what you said. Yeah, that's not what you said. You said I'm gonna.
okay. Do I hit the tuna?
I'll just. What's your AC?
22.
Okay.
Well, the tuna I got, right?
Oh no,
I
wait, I
tried
have
to
Shield of
burn-
Fate still enabled it. 20.
A firebolt, not any fire. Does it count for any fire spells or just fireball? I thought.
Here's why I'm letting you roll an attack and asking for his AC. He's eating the tuna raw. He's connected to the tuna. What do you think would that? And you're gonna fire a firebolt at close range at it? What do you think is gonna happen?
No, I got my own tuna.
Tuna.
Oh,
I got my own tuna.
Oh, your own tuna. Never mind then. No, that hits, yeah. I
Yeah.
figured I thought it was his tuna, but no, you roast your tuna. You fire your firebolt at it, and you cook your tuna to a near
Then I eat it.
perfection,
Ooh.
and then you
And
eat
then I
it.
continue to eat the tuna. Yes.
How are you eating the tuna?
Just following Ozzy's example, just out of my hand, like.
Okay. You take some bites and you eat it. It's, well, smoked and grilled. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh God. Why? No.
Okay, as you eat through the tuna the same way Ozzius does, you eventually start accidentally swallowing fish bones. Unlike Ozzius, who has the jaw capacity to deal with those bones, you, on the other hand, do not!
I should have asked for tuna fillet. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So you just notice that you're suddenly there's a piece of bone goes down your throat. So you're like, luckily you're like, you spit it out. You nearly choked on the fish bone.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, this is a great idea of this. Perfect. Breakfast I've ever had.
This is why I asked for every specific there. Of course, Ozzius is unbothered by it as someone who can deal with them, but you...
That makes
He's just
sense.
looking proud at you, like, good job. You're eating it like champ.
I think at some point since Lucas made his deal, he would have got the fairy to either tell him what sort of spell she can cast, or it would have probably shown up in his spell book. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, then Lucas is just going to have like a cup of tea and some toast, down on toast or something. But I'm going to take advantage of my newfound magic. I'm going to cast Animate Objects and have myself a little Fantasia moment.
Sorry, what? I couldn't hear you because someone's typing was loud.
I'm going to cast Animate Objects and have myself essentially a little Fantasia moment.
On the things of your plate, for the breakfast you made?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a little knife dancing to the butter, spreading the toast.
Of course, Erica noticed this and quirks an eyebrow towards you.
And I'm going to act like this is perfectly normal.
Then you see the fairy is just snickering. Poppy, passive insight already tells you that Lucas did something he wasn't supposed to. From your reaction from Erica, the other two in the kitchen, so they don't notice Erica's reaction as well. But you already know that from Erica's reaction that she noticed something's up with Lucas.
Oh.
Lucas?
Yeah, that's my cup of tea. Makes me
What
drink
did
it.
you
What?
Wrong person to ask.
What did you do?
Nothing yet.
Well, you did something.
Yes, I've made myself a cup of tea.
Okay, so what did you ask the fairy then?
You've literally watched me since I come into the room. I haven't asked Ferry anything.
Not today, but yesterday. I mean,
Points to the fairy.
she is snickering because you're doing something.
Clearly, she's
Tell us what you
entertained
did.
by she's entertained by my breakfast entertainment. Clearly,
Aren't people allowed to have fun anymore?
I know, right? What are you, the fun police?
Oh, come on, you can tell us. It's important that we know. What happened?
Nothing. We just decided on a bit of a swap.
Knew it.
A swap.
You.
Just a temporary trade.
So you made a deal with the fairy, is what you're saying?
Oh, that it doesn't necessarily mean something goes wrong, you know. I can make a perfectly good deal with them.
Right.
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 A swap, like, what kind of swap do you mean?
Buddy.
No, I was talking to Lucas.
She gets to try out of some roguish talent for a while, and I get to try out some of her more magical abilities.
That's it. Okay.
Could you roll your perception check, Lucas?
Thank God that I can do with this stupid sheet. Yep. 11.
Okay. You look. You do suddenly notice that the fairy is standing right next to you. And then she points out, it's like, just a trade of skills. And she's holding a rapier. And then for a moment you feel your own stuff. Wait, rapier? Did you look at your own stuff? She just nicked your rapier.
So, Fairy, have you ever thought about
Picking it up
adventuring?
already?
Oh, dear cleric, I'm already adventuring, have I not?
Yeah, but with us,
Oh, that
we
was
seem to lack a certain, type of skill now in our party.
No, you don't. It's right there.
Oh, I just took his little skill for myself, so I have something in the real world. After all, you saw how I was in that underdark situation. No skills. I can still use some magic, but it doesn't do what I want, and I fall asleep and then other things. So I figured take a bit of mortal talent with me next time I'm out there. So I can at least do something about my situation instead of standing there hoping my magic would work. Okay, this size. So you've stopped being a burden, that's what you did. Oh yeah.
As I told you, a mutually beneficial trait of skills.
And you have taken her deal knowing that even though her power might be grand now, once we're back out there, that might be diminished.
I was aware of that when I made the deal, yes. She was even kind enough to warn me that using some of the higher level magic while we're in here, probably not advised.
She nods. All right then. At least she was kind enough. Oh yeah. After all, if we all blow up in here, we then come out, then we come out as corpses, and I don't want that. Erica goes like, very wise, very wise. And then she's like, ugh.
I mean, after all, our fairy friend wouldn't want me to come to harm if she wants her magic back. Because I'm presuming I need to be alive for that trade to happen. And vice versa. So,
It's just absolute silence falls over the room for a second. All right then.
Hmm.
I shall take this day to relax a little.
I want to go try out a few more spells while I have the empowered opportunity. Where would one acquire snow in here?
Out of kitchen.
Erica just
That way?
says, there are many ways to procure it in this realm. Simply freeze it, have water become snow. Or simply use the wishing fountain outside. Perhaps someone could cast a spell of storms to make it snow in here. And you see the fairy goes like, well, since it's your realm, can't you do it? And Erga sighs, yes, I can. Do we really want me to have it snowing outside here? Nobody says yes or no for some reason.
I mean, we could do.
It would be fun, actually.
So you wish for me to make it snow outside?
We could build a snowman.
I mean, that would allow me to go after the other ingredient I need to get my hands on, so yeah.
Fine then. She takes a deep drag from her water pipe, gets up, and heads outside. Does anyone follow?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
So you all head outside.
Mhm.
You see Erica is standing there looking around. All right then. If that is what you want, I shall call upon the winds, the chilly winds. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath, holds out her hands, and then exhales very slowly. You all sense a powerful breeze blowing through the area. Just a quick breeze. Then Erica's eyes open and they glow a bright white. She holds out both her hands and then brings them together. And then the golden clouds, start turning gray. Lots of wind start blowing around you. Feels like a storm is brewing for a second. Then it calms down. The sky closes. The temperature starts dropping. Colder and colder and colder it becomes. Erica exhales one more time, closes her eyes. It is done. She turns around and heads inside. And the moment she's inside, snow starts to fall from the sky and lands on the golden ground below. It's snowing!
Lucas even has just a big smile on his face as he summons an unfortunately visible mage hand.
Uh-huh.
And just makes a snowball and chucks it to somebody.
Just that someone random?
Sure.
D5. You have 5 targets to hit.
Great.
3. You hit Ozzius.
Hey.
Osius, as you feel the snow fall on your head, suddenly you feel in the back of your neck. You've been hit by a snowball. The culprit is obviously Lucas.
Every action deserves an opposite reaction. Firebolt. Does 22 hit?
Does 22 hit, Lucas?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what it does. Whoop. 17 points of fire damage.
Absolute hell.
Okay.
Oh, it was only you. Huh. Oh well.
The fire steps back inside. Yeah, get cold for the feet, cold for the feet.
Yeah, this has been cooling me off a bit.
Oh, you seem pretty heated.
No. You misunderstand. I'm pretty cool at the moment. Lucas is pretty heated. Wonder why.
Fair.
For a brief moment, I felt like casting Otaluke's freezing sphere. But no.
Well, you know what my reaction would be.
Oh god! It would literally be a fireball, ice ball war.
Uh-huh.
I could create an ice fireball for you.
Anyway, what are you guys up to for today?
Let's go back to the forge.
I had to help with some
Mindscape.
palace, cavity. I don't know.
So, Osius, Erica, and Poppy, Mindscape, Lucas.
Yes.
I don't know yet. Alona, forging chambers. Lucas, what are you doing with your newfound power?
I'm going to go and track down some powdered ruby.
A what? Sorry, what?
I'm going to track down some powdered ruby, specifically about 1,500 gold pieces worth of powdered ruby.
Okay. So, Lucas, you go first then. You already know what the wishing fountain.
Yep,
You know where you can get one object a day.
I'm aware. So I'm going to wish for a bag containing 1,500 gold pieces worth of powdered ruby.
Of course, you get that from it.
And then I'm going to be very busy for the next 12 hours.
Oh. So that's your whole day.
Yep.
Where are you doing this?
Outside in the snow,
Okay.
because I need a large quantity of snow and ice.
So probably somewhere around here, so you don't get bothered.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you go further out, the graphic goes, no, it's not that kind of time chamber. Okay. Okay, so that's Lucas out all day. You can't see him, you can still say hi to him, but he's going to be busy. Lona, what are you doing? You go to the forging chamber. I've got an idea how you're doing this.
Yeah, so I thought about what I actually want to forge, and I think I would like to forge, if it's possible, like a bracer of some kind, which can help me compress a fireball into a smaller, denser fireball. So it wouldn't cast anything, but I could cast it and it compresses it. It helps me compress it, basically.
So
That makes sense.
essentially, you want to cast fireball, but be more like a firebolt.
Yes.
So to
So
speak.
compress the fireball into a fireball and use the bracer and the dragon scales and the gold from that to help me compress it.
So that's the result. You want to compress it so that all the area effect damage is all in one little bolt, so to speak.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So
Could
then
you
I would use the process I have for casting a fireball, but then use a trinket to change the process, basically.
into compression? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me Arcana.
Oh.
Compressing magic is something you technically already done in the Forge. That's the first thing Erica showed you. The thing is, to make it into a trick to always do that for you is going to be a bit more out of your league at the moment. You don't have the idea how to do that yet. You start to think for a bit, and you're like, if you want to compress a lot of fire, you need to encase it with something. Encasement. The trinket has to encase the fireball to compress it. That's all you get. Are you gonna go to the forge chambers, or do you want to do some sort of research?
Yeah, I thought about that. I'm gonna go to the library first. I don't know enough to be able to do this.
Yeah. So head into the library. You're standing in front of the pedestal with the book. What do you ask?
How to forge a trinket with the forge in this realm to create a trinket that I can use to compress a fireball into a really, really strong firebolt.
No results.
No. Specific. Compressing trinket.
Compressing trinket. That's what you're asking.
I was trying to make it more generic.
I'm just checking. Like, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, actually, this is Erica's memory, right? Creating trinkets with the forge in Erica's realm.
There are
Generally.
there are a few results. Yes. 7 results.
Golden trinket.
7 results.
Does it narrow? Oh, it's all golden.
You're like, golden trinket. Wait a minute.
Anything with compressing magic?
0.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anything fire specific?
0.
Anything, a trinket that a non-deity, like a fire genasi sorcerer, could make.
0!
I don't. Why am I here? Uh, um.
You can't get something that she doesn't have experience about. Like,
Oh, that
she might
makes
have
sense.
ideas, but
That makes-
she doesn't write that down in a book yet.
I know, but generally
Maybe you
knowing
have
what
to go to the
trinkets can
source.
be. To Erica? Yeah, she wouldn't tell me.
Because she can't give you the answer directly.
You gonna
Yeah,
give a
that's
hint?
true.
Oh, you want me to give a hint?
Oh, maybe she could give a hint about the library. I don't know.
Why don't you
Or
roll
about
insight
the
on
forge.
yourself?
I think I'm gonna roll inside on myself. Okay.
Hmm.
18. When you think about it, you think about really creatively, magically. You have a fire genasi inside you. They have that. They can always answer it, but then you're like, wait. Fire genasi is inside you. They're very powerful. They're more powerful than you are. They're very more powerful as you could be as Emberlin. Yet they're still there, living a mortal life, using your body technically. But aren't they technically compressed themselves as well? You start to think for a moment. You start to think. A trinket to force compress the magic from a fireball into a powerful firebolt. Do you already understand this? You need to think. You need to first be able to cast the spell itself before understanding how to make such a trinket do it for you. And you sort of done it in the chamber with where you made that diamond on accident. So maybe you need to finish the process as just a spell.
Idiots! Behind you!
Sorry, sound alert went off.
All right. I'm gonna go to the forge to repeat the process like I did with the red fire, and take out my hand from the liquid before.
Okay, which fire do you
earlier
start
on.
with? I want to know which you start with.
Red.
As you pull your hand out after the long process, after the swift process, you hold a very, very tiny, minuscule ball of fire. When you feel the heat feels way more intense than a fireball. Doesn't burn you, but it feels very intense.
I'm gonna take it outside and throw it at the training ball.
So you manifest
Dummy?
a training dummy
Yes.
and you throw it. Yeah, okay, roll me a d20.
I blew up Malaysia.
Oh no, Malaysia's blown up. Thank you, Sai. What's up? 13. It's smaller, so it takes a little bit of adjusting to throw it correctly, but you do hit the target. And as the little white ball hits the target, it is engulfed in a white flash. And when it comes out, there's white flames burning the dummy. Well, the dummy doesn't melt or anything. From what you can, what you can sense, but as being in a from the range. One moment. Sorry, something went down my throat. The heat that comes from the dummy is very, very intense. Even from that distance. You would figure that anyone standing next to would feel like they're going to be on fire as well.
Okay.
Anything? Anything you want to say or respond or whatever?
Well, so I need to figure out how I can manifest the process that the forge does, basically. Because the fire turns it into a smaller sphere, and then the liquid turns it into a small white little fireball, which I can throw. So I need to mimic that process into a trinket if I want to be able to do it myself.
Roll me an Arcana. You took a fireball and didn't throw it. You then put the spell inside a red flame that's clearly the element of fire, and then use the element of fire to temper it into a smaller, intense, well, what you just saw. But that's just tempering it into the form. It has no shape yet. It is unrefined. When you put it in there and make it a spell, how about you the element of surprise? No. But when you pull your hand, when you pull that hand out early, it becomes the spell itself. The spell is now done. Basically, the basin is manifesting it magically into what it's supposed to be. The process, as you understand it, is the fact that you are not casting a fireball at this point. You've already casted the fireball. But what you did was you take the fireball, you modify it with the heat of the elemental planes of fire, and then manifest it with whatever this realm does to manifest magic. It's complicated at first, but from what you can get, you could cast this yourself if you do the whole process correctly. You would, but the thing is, you have to instantly, instead of casting a fireball and then shrinking, encasing it down. That's the thing you would try to do. But there might also be a way for you to take the fireball spell and instantly compress it into that, and you would need the trinket. That possibility now also exists in your head. You just have to, instead of casting a fireball, putting it in the flames, you need to understand how those red flames exactly work, and maybe you could find a different material component to instantly compress it into the white flame fireball.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to use the golden skills for, to
And
see
that's
if
why
that
you want to use
material...
trinkets. So essentially, when you think about it, you're going to need to use the golden skills and temper them in the red flame, but do it in such a way that it will be used to compress fireballs into extremely heated situation, and then shape it into a trinket that best encapsulates the magical creation around it. Which shape it will take will get. You could do it as a ring, but a ring is, small, weak. You could do it as a bracelet. But what you would do depends on how you want to do it. But you do feel ready.
Do I need to decide on a shape, or can I just have the liquid decide the best shape for that use?
Why'd you go to the forging chamber first?
Yeah. Maybe I should ask Erica first about that.
Or you could you can do that too. But you can also just check the forging chamber. But at this moment, Erica will be busy with Poppy and Osius.
Ah, okay. Okay, I'll go to the forging chamber.
Okay. You go to the workbench. Because you haven't fully checked that out yet. You look at it. Why is there a workbench with all these tools? Why is there a hammer? Why is there this? Why is there that? Why is... if you can just put things into the flames and then put things. There's a moment of thought. You've only been doing 2 steps, and yet there's a possible 3rd step. What can you do with the 3rd step? How does Erica think for a moment? He starts to think about it. If you can put something into the fire and then use it to cool and mold it, what process is missing? And that's where you figure it out. You have yet to pull something out of the flame, put it on the workbench, and work with the tools there. And that might be the thing you need to do still.
Shape it first on the workbench and then put it into the
Yeah.
fluid.
You might want to put it on the workbench and then work with the tools you have. You don't know what all the tools do, but you could just try. But since Erica's like, also you use your imaginations and be creative, are you just going to try and do that?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold the golden dragon skills into the red fire.
How many? All of them?
How big are they actually?
They're smaller skills, so they're about the size of your fingers. Well, not,
Yeah, so if
a
I
length, but length it's about this, so about this, but width it's more like this.
so if I mean, a ring sounds too small, so if I'm gonna try to create a bracer or an arm cuff out of it, I'm gonna need all skills.
So you're going to use all
I
the
think.
skills. Okay.
Yeah.
So you take the tongs, you put the skills out, and you heat them in a little bit of fire. You pull them out and take them to the workbench. How are you going to do this? Are you going to try to be methodical, or are you just going to say, I'm going to let my creativity I'm going to take it and let my creativity go at it?
I'm gonna be creative about it.
Can you roll me a performance check and a D100?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. You take several tools. First, you said, like, maybe a little bit of smoothing out with the hammer. It looks smooth. Maybe a little bit of cutting with the saw. No, that's too hard. You take each tool. You even take some of the tools that you don't understand. Like, what's this thing? It's something to pull here. Like, oh, it does this. Okay. Like this, maybe? Okay. And after a bit, the skills seem to be all fused together in a certain way. Do you put them into the? Do you want to reheat them, or do you want to put them in the into the liquid?
What shape did they take?
They just look like a bunch of skills melted together. They don't have taken any shape yet.
I'm gonna reheat them then, I think.
Okay. Okay. You reheat them. They look reheated. And now?
So now I know how the tools kind of work. Can I create something that resembles an arm cuff out of it? The shape of it.
Perhaps. You aren't sure because you're letting your whims lead you.
Okay, I'm gonna be creative again. Just do something.
So you're gonna go back to the workbench, or you're gonna put it into the liquid. That's the only thing the 2 things I want to know.
Back to the workbench.
Back to the workbench. He decides it's not ready yet. You want to hit a bit. You want to refine it a little bit more. Again, same rolls. Performance check, BD 100. Okay. You keep going at it. You just feel like you're going at it. You're not really sure what's coming out of this. You're not sure. Well, They seem to be. It seems to be forming a bit of a slab now together. What do? Reheat? Or dip it into the
Yeah,
liquid?
reheat once more.
You reheat it for the third time. It looks reheated. It looks hot. What do?
Workbench.
You're gonna keep refining it. Okay. You really go at it. You go
Three times
again.
a charm. I hope.
Well, you don't know what all these
Oh.
results mean.
Oops.
You can't roll a
Yeah.
100.
Yes, I know that was fake.
Okay. As you keep going, you understand the tools more. Oh, this is to straighten it out. Oh, this is to do that. This is to do that. You keep doing things. Keep feeling like you keep fooling it out. Yes, the magic will flow better. This feels good. This feels good. It's now a more rounded slab. What do?
I do want to let the liquid do its thing too, so I'm gonna reheat it
Uh-huh.
and then put it into the liquid.
You put it into the liquid. You're hoping for a cuff. You're hoping for a bracelet. The bubbles come out. Lots of bubbles come out. And then it simmers down. You pull it out. What comes out of it? It's not a bracelet. It's not a ring.
Oh.
It's not a necklace. What comes out is a fingerless gauntlet of gold with flaming marks over it.
That's even cooler than what I could have imagined.
When you stare at it, you feel a little bit unsettled with what you made. It is powerful. It is well forged. But something in your mind tells you if you put this on, it will do what you want. But it will also do something you don't want. Or unsure if you don't want that.
Okay. Well, only one way to find out.
You gonna put it on?
I'm gonna head outside first to find a training dummy.
Okay. Find that. You go and make another training dummy. In the distance, you see Lucas doing his little thingy bob.
I put the gauntlet on.
When you put it on, it fits fine. And then you feel it constrain your hand. It's squeezing it. Doesn't hurt. It hurts a little bit at first, but then it's like very squeezed upon your hand. When you try to take it off, you cannot take it off.
Oh, that's a thing.
Uh-huh. Only one way to find out is such an obvious thing to say when there's someone who can be like, oh yes, that's probably what it's going to do. I'm proud of you.
Okay, so now I have a permanent gauntlet on my hand. Okay, I conjure up a training dummy, and I cast a fireball at it while focusing on the gauntlet or through the gauntlet, or try to feel if that works.
Yeah, so you don't cast a fireball out of that thing. You do something completely different. When you're about to do conjure ball, your hand goes like this. It is stuck. You try to, and when you try to cast a fireball, it doesn't come a fireball comes out of it. Instead, a piercing white beam comes out of it, shooting the dummy. And when it hits, the same effect applies to what you did earlier.
I look at my hands and I'm like, what the hell? That was not. That didn't even look like a fireball or a mini fireball.
From your arcane understanding, what you just did, it did compress it. But it didn't just. But it did just compress the area. It compressed the whole area of effect into a beam. Anything caught in that beam will suffer the same effect. It is more powerful than your creative thing as well. But unwillingly, you don't get to control if you're gonna cast Fireball ever again. It's only gonna be that. You cursed yourself.
I can't cast fireball anymore.
You can only cast that by beam now with Fireball.
Oh,
Even Phoenix Fireball will turn to that.
oh darn.
You have cursed yourself. Yes, you got a more powerful spell out of it, but you're cursed.
How did you get yourself cursed before me?
Oh shit.
And you know you've done that yourself, or maybe the Genasi inside you sneakily cursed you. You don't know that. But yeah, I believe the term is Repulsor Blast. Yeah, it's Repulsor Blast. Basically, that's a very good thing, but Repulsor Blast is less shoop the whoop.
There goes my AoE spell. That's
Yep.
sad.
Yep. It looks good, but it's a cursed artifact.
Well, it does contain a lot of power, so
Yeah.
that's something.
So remember that 2-year-old? It was good. That was your curse. You could not refine the curse out of it. You could only refine what the curse is going to be. That's what the other rolls did. Every time you refined it. The process was simple. If the first thing it would do, it was first going to be a... It was going to be a bracelet, but it was going to tie to you, and instead of... you would still be able to cast a white fireball, but instead it would also make you fatigued. It will put 1 point of fatigue on you if you use it. That was your first curse. The second curse on it was better. Was also better. It was slightly better than being fatigued. That would have. It would still be a bracelet, but it would have been a bracelet with 2 white gems on it. That bracelet would have also cursed you. You would still be able to cast the white fireball as intended, but also any other fire spell would be compressed and would have devastating effects. Your fireball would basically be useless at that point. And then you refine it again, and then you refine it into this curse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm alone, so I'm gonna go back into the house and cry because I no longer have fireball.
I am sorry, but you gambled.
I mean,
You let them-
Emmeline wouldn't mind. She got more power, like, with some other spell, but Ilona really likes fire.
Well, she still can do fire. She can still do other fire spells. It's just her fireball is now a beam.
Fireball was her favorite spell.
And with that, I think we should call it. Because it's getting near time, and to start the whole Mindscape thing, that would take a bit longer.
Probably, yeah.
So, with that said, it is goodbye from your Dungeon Master, Kotlol. It is goodbye from Ozius.
Bye bye. I know Fireball.
It is goodbye from Lucas.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah.
Let's slow it up.
I know what you're doing, Lucas. Sneaky little sneak. It is goodbye from Poppy.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from the not casting fireball, Elona.
Bye bye. Oh.
Stay charged and catch you all later. Bye bye.